like Mother's Day remind us of people who are most important in our lives. But for anyone who has lost a mother, wife, sister, or friend, Mother's Day can bring about mixed emotions and longing to connect with them once again. Quinn is a medium and life guide who has been connecting with people on the other side for nearly 2 decades. And he's joined by Nancy Benson, who was chosen by one of our producers to have a reading with Phil. Welcome to the show. Welcome back, Phil.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so first we should talk about a little bit about your background, if you would.
Yeah, well, I'm essentially a medium, so the majority of people come to me because they've lost family members that they want to connect with and communicate with. So, you know, I have private sessions and we come in and your family member comes right through.
Sure, and since Mother's Day is right around the corner, let's talk about the connection between mother and child.
It's really a special time from the other side to the living, where our mothers want to connect with us and just comfort us and let us know that they're with us and that they have survived death and are passed over into heaven.
Sure. Now, Nancy, have you ever had a reading before?
Never.
And I guess what was the impact? We know it happened yesterday afternoon, even though Mother's Day is Sunday, but
it was fascinating. I mean, Phil, you know, kept saying, "Do you have any questions? Do you have any questions?" And I was like, "No, I'm just so happy that everybody's here. I'm so happy that they know that we're okay and that they're happy and they're proud, you know."
And now I understand during the reading, Phil, a lot of people came through.
Yes.
Is this typical?
Yeah, you'll have a lot of people that you've lost that will come through, but the most dominant are the major family members that you have lost, and they come to the forefront, and subsequently people after that will stand behind each other.
Got it. Now, the first person to come through, Nancy, was your mother. We have a clip of the segment. Let's take a look.
I'm trying to organize your family over there. I have the strong presence of a female mother figure coming through for you. Do you understand?
Yes.
Say yes or no.
Yes.
Has Mom passed?
Yes.
And I have her mother, I believe, standing with her. There's another lady with her.
Yes.
And there's a younger male with them.
Younger male.
Yeah. It's younger than your grandmother. I'll see if I find out who that is.
Okay.
And I also have someone passed from cancer.
Yes.
Who was that for you? It's a female.
My mother died from a brain tumor.
Yeah. And there's a man. Your dad hasn't crossed, has he?
Yes, he has.
Yeah, he just walked in.
Oh.
And it's a birthday also, either just passed or about to come.
Yep.
So it is.
All over the place.
Yeah. They're saying thank you for coming.
You're
Mom's
welcome.
telling me to tell you that she's transitioned, she's made it to the other side just fine.
Okay.
She's also been visiting you a lot.
Oh, good.
Yeah, do you get dreams of her? She's a strong soul, so I'm just curious.
Well, Steph, I have goosebumps. Nancy, I have like tears in my eyes. We've never even met before. How long ago did your mother die?
26 years.
And wow. And
long time.
She never met your husband.
No.
But at one point, his name came up. That's pretty incredible stuff.
It is, yeah.
You also lost your father a few years ago, and no one really knew exactly what happened, right?
Yeah, right.
We have another clip that's going to explain it.
I also have a male passed from a massive heart attack.
We're not sure how my father passed away.
He's pointing to the heart.
He had triple bypass.
Yeah. He's telling me that this is the leading cause to his passing.
Okay.
So he is.
It was undetermined.
Yeah, and do you know who Joe is?
I have a living cousin.
There's another side of the family over here. I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to keep your side and the other side separated. So there's just so many of them. So there is. Your father's sending his love to you. He's very protective over you. Were you close with him?
Very.
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah.
Wow, right? So a lot of people were coming through. You said on both sides of the family?
And she has such a large family, so I'm trying, and what happens is they see an opening to the living, and everybody was trying to clamor through to speak and say that they're there, and you know that they want to be heard essentially.
Right.
So.
Now, Nancy, your grandfather committed suicide years ago, and no one really talked about it, but Phil, you say this is kind of significant.
Yeah, it's because he wants to show that he made it to the other side, that he's in heaven, and that he's still with all of his family. And, you know, of course, there's a big negative stigma about suicide, but his reason for coming through was that he had survived death and transitioned into the other side.
Great. We have a video of this as well. Take a look.
I also have a suicide over there.
My grandfather. My mother's father.
Mother's father, yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's there with him.
Is he there?
Yes, he is, yeah.
Does she know why? Do they know why he did it?
He was horrible, suffered horrible depression, she says.
Did he really?
Yeah, terrible. So he says he'd been fighting it for so long. So, but his depression is undiagnosed. So she said, she was relieved to see him.
Oh. Yeah, he died in 1940, 42, 44, thereabout.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they're all there together.
Oh, good.
Did you know her mom well?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's a big player in your life.
My grandmother?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. She's been one of your guides for all these years.
Really?
So it is. Did your grandmother also have cancer?
She did.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what killed her, though.
But she suffered it.
She did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we have one last clip, and throughout the whole thing, so you said a young male kept coming through.
Yes, he was extremely persistent.
Right. All right, well, let's take a look, and eventually you do determine who it is.
That's right.
I'm trying to figure out who this male is in the vehicle accident. He keeps coming through.
My son.
Yep.
He had a friend, and this person was very, very close to my son's girlfriend.
This is why, because he keeps coming,
and
coming.
Died, I believe it was 4 years ago.
Yeah. Yep.
And the anniversary was just a few days ago.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, because he's persistent and
is he?
and being acknowledged.
Such incredible stuff. Well, I mean,
really
what happened when you went home?
Oh my gosh! Driving home, my brain was just remember everything. I sat down at the computer. I typed out all my notes by person, what Phil said, they said, and that sort of thing. Added the deceased names, the living names, and just put thoughts behind
together,
it.
right?
Sent a copy off to my sisters, and one of my sisters is like, she said, I haven't stopped crying since I started reading it.
I'm so glad that you got to experience this.
So
Phil, you have a new website. Tell us about it.
I have a new website. It's going to be launching today, and,
great.
and so it'll have my new classes and lecture series and information. So you guys can check it out. It's at philquinn.com.
Right, and we can find readings. We can get our own reading, right?
Yeah, your personal readings also.
All right, sounds terrific. You're located in Guilford.
Yes, I am. Yep, Guilford, Connecticut.
Thanks so much, both of you, for being here.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
All right, up next, Tony Mavuli from the Inn at Villa Bianca and Tavern 1757 shares a recipe when Style returns. We'll be right back.